Okay, so I kind of intrigued by this list. I found this while I was figuring out the Sludge Warlock stuff, and I'm actually very intrigued by how this the concept of this deck. Um, it's a Odin Reno list, but there's still two ofs in the list. That makes it interesting, and kind of hope it does well. It has a lot of new cards. Like I haven't played Misfire yet. Has the plating in there as well. Weapons expert, and so it's just kind of like some like interesting little core parts here that I'm kind of hoping this works out for us, but we'll see. You played the Dirty Rat, heavy play Brawl. I think in most situations we're picking the Brawl from the E.T.C, especially against the Dragon Druid here. Also something to know, we don't play much of the other Excavate stuff in here. We only have the one card, I believe. So you're not really playing towards the Ox at all, which is, you could argue is a problem, but it's something here. We're definitely gonna have to get the Brawl out right away. If he does, curve out perfectly into his Dragon Golems, we're not gonna have any win condition for that. We do have Bladestorm. We do have, the other Sanitize, but if he's able to consistently deal damage to us, we're not gonna have enough armor to actually roll over them. So okay doing this here. Actually really love this for that. Oh, but they're just gonna be able to kill it. Maybe. We'll see. I'm gonna do this again. I think I'm probably gonna go for the heavy plate for some cycling. But I can also see the Dirty Rat being useful here. I could pull out the Dragon Golem early on. Oh, Torpor. Okay, so this might be a different list then. You might be playing the Reno version of this or something. That being the case, let's go ahead and go for this. Go for the Dirty Rat and see if we can pull out anything useful here. We do have 7 damage, so there is the chance that we can get through something big. We do know that there's at least 4 dragons here, so we should be able to roll through them. Faye was probably the worst one. We'll trade there, but we're not gonna hit. We're not gonna. Man. Hoping for like a spike guy, the one that deals like 5 damage, or like the one that refreshes mana or something. Like either of those two would have been really lovely to hit off of it, but we hit the Fae though, so we'll see. This was really fortunate pick though from the oh, whatever that card was called that we got from this. Azrite's Fool. Let's say we're oh, he plays the apples too. Okay. This is a different list. I'm not sure. We might just have to brawl this if they go really wide. Like that, our armor's already gone, so that's why I'm like Sanitize is kind of very situational. Why I went for the brawl instead of like anything else in here. But I mean, we went for the Dirty Rat a second time, but I think in the first instance you don't want to go for Dirty Rat unless it's like a very specific list that you want to try or going up against a specific list that it would be good against, good for. You know what I mean? Really? This guy's playing towards Torpor then. Okay. I mean, we still don't have an answer for this. I mean, we have the Brawl here. Brawl and like maybe Misfire. Okay, those are all at least really good hits. Yeah, go ahead and trade there. Yeah, this is a very hard matchup for this list, I think. God, I'm just not loving Druid right now in this meta. Extremely oppressive right now. I'm not sure what the right thing would be to do to like nerf the list. Honestly, after like kind of playing this and playing a lot of it, honestly, I feel like Life from Death could probably use a nerf. Because like every time they played this, they get so much like comeback compared to every other deck that this might be the real problem to train Druid. Like Soul of the Forest, like this going from 4 to 3 is a fine buff. Like I don't mind that. And there is silence in the, you know, meta game. I'm not really worried about it, you know. I mean, just gonna have wave after wave of these druids. At least we're through the second soul of the forest, so there could be potential, you know. If we could top deck like Trial by Fire, that'd be great too. Even like a Bladestorm. But if this guy plays like Drum Circle or any other thing like that, we just have to concede. Another Life from Death. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, guys already drawn 6 more cards than we have. Just puts him at such a crazy advantage. And Cultivation too, really? Does he have a second one? Like, I definitely think Life from Death is the real problem for the list. Kidding me? Try this. I mean, we lose. Stranger, man, this is even like a hybrid list. Like, this isn't even the normal one I've been saying either. Crazy. Okay, Mage is a winnable matchup. I like this a lot. Love this a lot more, actually. Not a bad hand, actually. Yeah. I'll keep these two. Yeah, I don't know. This has been a rise of Treant Druid, and Druid being very oppressive right now. I haven't been really wanting to play play Hearthstone. Been playing more Overwatch. Unfortunately, with how, you know, YouTube and like algorithm works, you know, when I stream it, it does kind of limit these videos getting shown more. So even though like I'd say our typical view count is like around 5 to like 800 typically, but because I stream it sometimes, and or like I have Hearthstone as like the beginning of it, and then I transition the game over to it, uh and then I switch to like with the tag it's under, it doesn't get shown as much. And so my games that I, you know, end, or if I don't forget, or like I forget to switch it back, like from Overwatch back to Hearthstone, those streams don't get like barely any views or exposure at all. I do like having that early on too, but I don't know. With Hearthstone, I'm really looking forward to like another balance patch and like the mini set. Like, I want the mini set to come out like soon. I believe it should be. Is it what, probably like a month or two out, I would assume. So we need a meta shift here and some new cards to really switch it up a bit. Like, I missed when they, like, you know, 4 or 5 seasons ago when they were buffing and nerfing like 10, 12 cards at a time. And, you know, the game was kind of shifting every time. I'd like a little bit more consistent balance patches so there's always fresh new decks happening. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I've been enjoying Overwatch a little bit more. I finally hit my 50 wins with DPS. I mean, we can't let him get more armor than we can, right? So we're gonna have to clear that out. And I've actually been finally making some strides in ranking up. It's much easier, like from what I understand, if you after you get your 50 games, they actually have like a better basis to go off of your actual score and stuff like that, or your percentage against other players. And so on my like last 15 games or whatever, I went 5-1 for all 3, and I ranked up twice. So on my first set, it kept me in the same rank, but I was top like 90% in that, you know, division or whatever. And then I went 5-1 again, and then 5-1 again, and that last win was my 50th win, and it ranked me up again. And so like my overall win rate with like Soldier Bastion was like above like a 65%. And so now I have to like be extremely consistent, because now I actually have like a platform to actually like consistently rank up if I have a positive record, like going like 5-4, 5-3, 5-2. I'm more likely to rank up. But there's still the same problem where you run into those teams that falls a bit short. Is that a Sif? I've been seeing some mage players running C or Sif in the ETC, and honestly, I like my odds of trying to pull out a Sif here. I mean, Theatar ain't bad actually, and we could Bladestorm that away. I'll do that. That's not really bad for us. It's actually really good. Okay, Burrow Buster is, you know, manageable. Actually, we could coin out the Trial by Fire here, and I think I'll be fine with that because it trades nicely into this, and we, you know, have some 3/3s left over. Might be a little bit of some pressure onto this mage. Static Elemental on turn was this 5 for him, right? Or is this 4? 6. Oh, I'm just wrong. Okay. I'll say. I was trying to think of something he could get. He could get like Hellfire. Hellfire would have been like the worst thing. Uh, I don't mind Subtle actually. I'm kind of thinking lean towards Craft Hammer and Stoneskin here. Draw some cards. Start building up that armor. And if we could find Odin, that'd be really good. Sooner the better. And I don't really want to play these until we have the Odin played, but we might have to play these to get the draw. Astalor. I still want to go for this play here. Get that damage down here. This is really good. Khazgroth is really good. I definitely felt they flunked with how this card got buffed. Like the 1 HP I don't think was that big of a change. They definitely should have looked at its abilities and tried to find a way to make this better. Or at least made it to where it could hit the enemy face, not just a minion. Because every deck has an answer for this card. Like, Death Knight has everything less than 4 mana to clear this. Mage could easily get through this. Even Warrior could get through their own an opposing Khazgroth. And so that's why I'm like, they could have definitely... Ooh, and they already burned Viper. That's really good for us, actually. We're definitely going to go for Ignis here. Go for that 10 cost weapon, I think. See if we get... Yeah, Wind Fury. Yeah, we're going to have to go for the air armor here. So here. I think I want these to get buffed up. We could trade here. Go for Astalor, or it's here and then Astalor. Then we just go face with the rest, which honestly, I'm not opposed to that. We'll just burn face as much as we can. We don't have to win with Odin here if we just keep the pressure up with our warrior guys. But I definitely think they could have changed this and made it to where it's either this guy's permanently like immune, or make it to where he could just hit face. And then, you know, they could honestly drop it back down to 4 HP, I think. And it wouldn't be the end of the world. That is a clear. I got equality off of that. That's so situational. And they, yeah, okay. This is a Reno list then, right? Judging by what I'm seeing here. I do think I'm going to go for Khazgroth here because this goes really well to skeletons. It's not going to die. And we could pull out the weapon here. Okay. We'll draw here. It's fine. Fizzle's not bad though. Wait, scripture, sure. Oh no. That was a very, very good find for him. I am assuming this is a arena list. Makes it very unfortunate. They're gonna have their arena, but that means that they still have another reverberations, which means it's probably not in their hands, so it's not like that big of a worry right now, but I guess for the future. I think he might force the Fizzle here, but we'll see what happens. The other thing that's kind of unique with this list, we don't run Bash at all. So we don't have any direct damage to stuff on the board except Sanguine Depths and like Misfire. And I don't think there's anything else. Like I guess Trial by Fire, Sanitize, those are ones that, you know, hit as well. Oh, I mean that is something. Okay. Okay. Odin's really good here. We could try and find something to deal with that right now. We don't. Do we get the Mana Thirst effect with this? I'm not really sure, but I want to test it. Yeah, we do. I'm okay with that then. It at least slows down some of the oncoming or incoming damage. Oh, please punish him, please. RNG, please. Oh, what? Didn't he targeted this? Why didn't it get casted onto that? What? Did he not target? He targeted school. Why didn't Jam Session go onto it, and why didn't Keeper Strength go onto it? That doesn't make sense. Why did it get casted onto that? That doesn't. Choose a character, cast for targeting it if possible. Yeah, it's why? That feels off. And we can't even play the Odin because we got. I don't. My luck has not been there today at all. I mean, all even like playing with the Sludge Warlock 0-5, we're probably gonna be 0-2 with this. I mean, we're not getting. I definitely think that it was wrong. Like he targeted the school teacher with it. It should have got Jam Session and Keeper Strength casted onto it, targeting it if possible. Like it's stated in the card text. Why does that not work that way? Even play that right. Is that how it works? Frozen over. Opponent cannot play theirs next turn. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if he has Sith, we just lose. I can't believe how Yogg is just that defining sometimes. That seems so strange to me. Yeah, after I think Misfire could be taken out. You could probably put in Bash over that. Weapons Expert's kind of cool because it gives, you know, potentially give this a buff, but also, you know, gives a hammer a buff too. And then also is a draw too. So I don't think it's actually completely terrible. So it's a weapon tech, which is pretty good. Really. I want to get down the Odin, but like our armor, we don't. Oh, he just is that lethal for him? 9 damage. Does he have an arcane bolt or something? Flame Geyser? Are you kidding me, man? How the Yogg really screwed us over there. Crazy. And a Druid too. I just want to win, please. Come on. I don't. We don't need these. I mean, thinking depths might be interesting, but green Druids are unfortunately typically have 2 HP, and that's not going to do it for me. Okay, well that's really good to see. Um. Okay, that's cool to see. Hopefully we could live until turn 8 to actually get that to go off. something else I've been wanting to do is like upload like showdown videos for like Pokemon and like regulation, like, oh, what is it, F or E now for Scarlet and Violet, because I really do enjoy the competitive Pokemon stuff. I'm actually really good at it too. I did a lot of tournaments like during COVID and stuff like that. And I enjoy shiny hunting, but it's one of those things where like I already built up the channel for Hearthstone and I don't want to make a transition just yet into a separate game, or it's very hard to like play two games on one channel, especially because of like how small I am right now. Like we're very close to 500 subscribers, which is awesome. But just the fact that I like win times like this when I'm like not at all invested in wanting to play Hearthstone because of just like how the meta is and I'm not having fun. That's kind of interesting. Um, these are honestly terrible hits. But I think it might be Riot. This might be good. If we're able to develop a board and like trade into their stuff, I think Riot would be the better option. Like the Scarlet Violet videos I did do, I did all right. I think I had a couple videos that were around 200, 300 views. But then when I went back to Hearthstone stuff, they're only getting about, 80 to 100 views. And so it doesn't, I can't be a variety, channel till I hit like after 1,000 subscribers or something to where I'm guaranteed to get the constant, pushing out. But I guess I'm also limited to like my editing skills and stuff like that too, to make the content extremely interesting. But I don't know, I'd like to record Overwatch 2 and like actually post an actual Overwatch video. Same thing with Pokemon. Only problem with Pokemon is I'm gonna have to like go through and like reconnect my stream deck to my PC and do all that. I have it like separated right now. Okay, we're gonna be able to get Odin to go off pretty fine here. So let's just play towards Odin here. Let's play this here. We're gonna need the Brawl here because this is clearly the whole I actually should have pinged that, but it's fine. The whole combo out, like the cover artist with Thaddeus and that whole wide thing. Well, we're gonna need a Brawl for that. So we picked that from the E.T.C. But I've been in my free time I've been playing the whole new Indigo disc stuff. I'm missing Hydra Apple for the Pokedex, and I already have everything completed. But like everything else is like extremely, like I love all the Pokemon that they've added in, and I like how all the starters are back in. So this is the first time that we have like generation like what 4 or 5 on a Switch game or on a Switch console. So it's really fun to play with those. But yeah, I don't know. I guess you guys will have to let me know in the comments what you guys are kind of looking for. I know majority of my audience is all male, and most of them are in their late 20s. Oh, he concedes? Okay, I mean, free win for us in that sense. Let's get into another game, I guess. And then the audience range from like 24 to 48. So I'm not really sure if it's all just Hearthstone that you guys want to see, but I like the whole those other games too. Honestly, I feel like I'm a little bit better at Pokemon than I'm at Hearthstone. I mean, I've done many Hearthstone tournaments, and I've gone to nationals, stuff like that, collegiately, in college and stuff like that. And so I've had high placements in Hearthstone, but it's just it comes in waves. Like I know I'm a good player for Hearthstone, but there's times when it's just like I can't get that push for it, and it doesn't. Pokemon, there are a lot more guaranteed. I'm going to keep the Bellowing Flames in this. Ignis could have been something we kept too, since we do have this year, but maybe we should have probably kept the Ignis here, actually. Because we did have a Forge in the hand. But yeah, that was probably a wrong thing to do. Get rid of the Ignis there. But yeah, I don't know. Just pass. I really do love this portrait here for Warrior. This is such a good portrait. I'm glad he picked it too. Like it was out of the reward, or not the reward track, the one of the achievement things. I don't remember what it's called, or which one it is. Oh, it's Elemental Shaman. Oh, no, maybe it's not. This might be a Highlander. They're playing the Jarran Scroll. I don't think Elemental Shaman play. Oh, I don't know. I mean, might as well clear this. Or we could play this and get the weapon. This might be more inclined because this only has one attack on their turn, so they might trade here. So this isn't very threatening yet. We could be patient. We could go ahead and tutor this out of the deck. I think it's fine. Okay, so this is definitely an Elemental Shaman then. They just happen to play the scroll in there as well. Okay. This is 5, and then we still can't even clear through that, can we? I guess we'll see how this has to be cleared. Okay, that's not bad actually. I'll just pass. Honestly, the spread was not terrible. I kind of wanted the Flavor Reverend to die, so I'm not opposed to that. I guess we could have targeted it with the 5 damage, but I think that would have been wasting the value of that spell. So either we're going to move this, remove it completely, and they're going to be getting a 2/3. Brewmaster, okay. This is a very different list than what I've seen before. Okay. Do like that. That's a lovely top deck. Okay, so we need to see a sanitize, shield block, and then our Reno's online. And the moment our Reno touches down, I think we're already in a really good position. So I want to trade and play the Craft Hammer and trade in. Or we can go for School Teacher and see if we could find some type of form of damage to poke at this. Asgroth is actually really good too. That clears that. I think we have to go for that. Yeah, that's some value there. It's not completely bad. We can play Craft Hammer next turn and try and go for the 5 attack maybe. Big swing of damage there. Does he get Rush? No, he does not. Okay. Not bad for us. Actually, we do this. We're going to take that damage. We're going to gain that armor. Clear that out. Play this. Or we'll not play it, but forge it. Go face that way. I'm not sure how much that is at. Oh, that's 7. Well, why is this? I don't know why, but I feel like why does this feel lower than what it should be? I'm not really sure what's happening with that. Okay. Wait, does this change? Like, did you guys notice that like fell off? That's kind of weird. I'm actually okay with that. We could save it for Odin, but we don't have Odin, so I'm gonna do this, however. Throw that there. Okay, there's the Ignis. Oh, maybe it's always that way. I don't know why, but it feels like it's more sucking down at that. Oh. What? The Reno list? I guess I could have assumed that, but really. Hmm. Okay. Let's try and go for the weapon. 10, Wind Fury, 8 eights. 8 armor, sure. I'll trade that way. Can we get Odin? No. That's just a waste. Play this. Okay, we do get Odin. Not bad. Okay, well, we either have lethal with this, or we somehow match group restores a lot of HP back. Then we have Odin followed up with the weapon. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, this is 10. He's at 13. We just have to clear this. Wind Fury, right? No, it's Mega Wind Fury, so we could hit a lot of times. Yeah, no, we gotta clear that. Okay, we're gonna lock him into a board here, so we can't play anything next turn. So now he's basically locked only playing spells or using his hero power, which I mean he could ping here if he absolutely wanted to. Okay, that's fine too. We're gonna force the Odin here if we can. Okay, why'd he ping and then do that? Oh. I can live with the with that. Let's do this. Oh. Okay, how does this work? Deal 3 damage to a random minion. Quick draw. Choose targets. 3, 5, 6. This is only 6 damage with that? That's... I'm just gonna play this. Okay, I mean, we're gonna have to... Might as well do this either way. Doesn't clear it off, but at least it puts us in range of hero powering it. We do just... What? How much is this? Oh, it's annoying. Guess we'll see. If this hits face, I actually want to sit face because it allows us to trade here, and then we can play this and go face. Okay, I'm not opposed to that. Actually, okay. Well played. Nice.